My name is ORowe. I'm the writer and director of Terminus. It's the story of three people who separately go out into the night one evening, and what starts off as a fairly realistic, grounded story very quickly becomes a heightened kind of supernatural, metaphysical, fantastical story involving singing serial killers, demons made of worms, pacts with the devil, avenging angels, all this kind of stuff, and it's told in a kind of a muscular, poetic, rhyming style, which kind of suits the story itself, I suppose. I wanted to kind of try out some a kind of a different style just for myself in terms of how I wrote. The monologue form seemed to suit that, and also that language sort of worked as a safety net or a suit of armour for the content of the play, which is very, very over the top and very, very fantastical. And one thing suits the other quite well. I got the idea having, I suppose, looking at cranes, a lot of cranes dotting, the skyline of Dublin City, and I imagined falling off a crane. So I decided to write a story where a girl falls off a crane, and I started this story, but this moment happened. This wasn't intentional, but it happened very early in the play, about 10 minutes into the play. And at that point, I didn't want to kill her off. It was a bit too early. I didn't have the makings of a play yet, so I decided something would have to save her. And the only thing I could think of to save her was something like a demon or an angel or something kind of supernatural. And I suppose the story itself sort of created itself from there. It wasn't my intention to start with a supernatural story, but once I kind of committed to that moment, the whole thing opened up and became that type of story. This is the first play I've directed, and it was a blast, I have to say. I suppose the big discovery for me, and probably the biggest discovery for any writer directing his or her own work, is that it's not essential to keep what the actors say sounding like what you put on the page or what you heard in your head. I mean, there's a guideline, and then I think after that point you pretty much let the actors do what they want. That discovery for me really opened up the play and opened up the production and the performances. So yeah, it was a really good experience.